Social Security, SSI and SSDI recipients are going to receive their payments starting next week, as Social Security checks to be sent earlier next week, and what you need to know. At the same time, Frank Bisignano and President Donald J. Trump came in front of American people, and this is a historic moment for millions of seniors.
Serve the American public in a manner that I never imagined in my life. And what we found was the opportunity to fix a foundation. The reality is, people talk about 72 beneficiaries. I talk about over 300 million Americans with a Social Security number that we must protect through the system.
I'm going to show you this entire video clip where Frank Bisignano as well as President Trump both talked about some of the huge things about Social Security that shocked everyone, but at the same time, Social Security update is here as Trump official hypes major changes. A number of changes are finally coming to millions and millions of these seniors who receive Social Security and disability benefits. And remember, if you receive these benefits, then this is indeed a very important video for you, because I'm going to tell you about these massive changes as well as an increase that can change your current financial situation. Yes, at the end of this video, I'm also going to tell you about this increase or more money opportunity for Social Security and disability recipients, because this is huge and millions of seniors need it right now. So before I start the video, all I need is just a little favor. It takes 2 seconds to please hit that like button on this video. So without any further ado, let's start the video. So let's start the video with the details that you all have been waiting for, starting with the changes as the Social Security Administration SSA Commissioner Frank Bisignano, who was appointed by President Donald J. Trump, visited an agency field office in Charleston, Virginia to observe what the agency described as improvement in customer service driven by new technology and process changes, according to the news release from the agency. Well, you need to understand that right now the situation in many Social Security Administration's offices is bad. There is no place to sit for seniors because all the chairs are taken, and when these Social Security recipients go to these offices, they wait for hours, and then at the end of the day they are told to reschedule the appointment, and the reason is that they are short-staffed. That's why they are not able to accommodate everyone right there. So if you have faced similar situation, then let me know in the comments below. Well, moreover, we serve more than 300 million Americans with Social Security numbers, and when any one of them visits or call SSA office, they deserve world-class customer service, Bisignano said in a statement on Thursday. And this is important. This is not the only instance when Frank Bisignano actually talked about the top-class customer service. He also talked about it when he was standing beside President Donald J. Trump. Watch this.
A few of us were right. So we're going to keep the fighting going. We're going to make America's seniors every single day. We're going to fight for them. We're going to make them richer, better, stronger in so many different ways. But Social Security is like pretty much the one that we think about, and we love it, and we love what's happening with it. And it's going to be good for 90 years and beyond. Again, you were given only a short period of time. Social Security was supposed to be like down. Had they won the election, Social Security would have defaulted during Biden or Kamala's election, whoever they so chose, two beauties. And now what I'd like to do is ask Frank to say a few words. Again, this is a man with a really storied past. He's one of the most successful anywhere in the world. What he did at JP Morgan Chase and what he did for Henry Kravis and all of the others are like legendary stories. And he just wanted to do this. He's making about a tiny fraction, I would say, a tiny fraction of what you used to make. But he didn't care. He wanted to do it. He made a lot of money. And he said, I want to run that system. I want to put it back on track. And he's got unbelievable talent over there. It's like a different place. So Frank, would you say a few words, please? Sure. Thank you.
Less than 1%, a tiny fraction, sir.
Is that what it is, less than 1? That's a tiny fraction.
It's an honor. It's an honor. It is an honor. And I'd like to start off by thanking the President for his tireless effort in running the country, in what he's done across the country, meeting every commitment. And I see it directly in the big beautiful bill, the opportunity that it's brought to seniors, but his effort on every commitment, delivering against it and delivering on world peace tirelessly. I'd like to also thank him for my opportunity. He's teasing me, I'm teasing him about the economics of the job. But
so many praises, so many compliments, but I think the biggest topic is Social Security, and shouldn't we stick with it?
the reality is to serve 300 million Americans, which is what Social Security serves, is a tremendous honor. And him putting that faith in me and building what I believe, and I think I have a right to say it, is the best leadership team ever assembled in the White House and in the cabinet. So
Still not a single word about Social Security, all compliments.
that's my great honor. So I come here and get the opportunity to serve the American public in a manner that I never imagined in my life. And what we found was the opportunity to fix a foundation. The reality is, people talk about 72 beneficiaries. I talk about over
72 million
Americans with a Social Security number that we must protect through the system. And when you look at what we talk about in eliminating Social Security numbers that were live in the system, they could carry fraud through the whole system.
And this is the huge problem. Even the Social Security Administration chief is not ready to talk about the problems that millions of seniors are facing right now. All compliments, and it shows that everything is great, where we all know that things are not going on the right track for millions of these seniors who are struggling right now in this worst inflation. Around 5 million seniors receive below poverty level checks from Social Security. Now, let's go towards this very important update before we wrap up this video, as some Social Security benefit recipients will see their monthly check slightly earlier next week. And why? Well, SSI means Supplemental Security Income, which is for the people with disabilities or blindness and adults 65 and older who meet certain financial criteria, typically on the first day of the month. But remember, September payment will actually arrive a little earlier, that is on Friday, August the 19th, because September 1st is a Labor Day or a national holiday, you can say. But you need to understand that usually, if the first is falling on a holiday or on a weekend, then you receive the payments like a couple of days earlier than the actual payment date. But in this scenario, the weird thing is that September 1st is actually a Labor Day and it's on Monday. So just before that, it's Sunday and Saturday. So since it's weekend, so now millions of recipients are going to receive their payment on Friday, August the 29th instead of September 1st. So you are going to receive your payment 3 days earlier than the actual payment date. So keep this in mind, as this is very important. And millions of recipients are also going to receive their payment, like today is, by the way, Saturday, right? So on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, after 3 days on Wednesday. And that payment is for those people who are actually born between the 21st and 31st of any given month. Well, if you have any questions at all, then please let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer each and every question of yours, as a number of things are changing very quickly for millions of these seniors. Right here on Credit Vital channel, we give you all the updates. So if you appreciate our content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon. And don't forget to smash the like button on this video, as it helps this video and the channel as well. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video very soon. Till then, please take care and have a nice day.